Okay, so I've done some mapping on the Zack LeFave case. And since I'm new to the technique, I went to the Forensic Astrologer Facebook page and I said, hey, what are the best lines to search? How do you know where to search once you get all the lines drawn? Of course, I don't have all the lines drawn yet. Looks like I have about 8 and one pin, and that is this pin here is where he was last seen, which was Highway 334 in Newell, uh, walking toward Wedgeport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these areas here, going to zoom down on them because what I was told is it's best to search areas where the pie sections are closest together and at the perimeter as well, which is the radius perimeter. And this is an 8-mile radius from where he was last seen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and we're going to look at some areas where these pie sections are the closest together. Okay, let's see. We have Newell and Flint. Of course, we need to go out. It looks like here we just have a bunch of, looks like a lot of wooded area. I'm really not seeing houses or businesses or anything like that. And then here we have Melbourne Road inside those pie section lines, if that's what you want to call them. And then we have what looks like a body of water here. And I'm not really sure what this is, but we have, what is this road? Chebogue Road, Chebogue. And again, this looks more like a, I don't know if it's wilderness. It doesn't look like wilderness, but it just looks like mostly a barren area with nothing on it except this here, and I don't know what that is. And then we have this body of water here, these two bodies of water. They look maybe like ponds. And I don't know what this is here. It looks like some kind of industrial complex of some sort. Then we're going to go on. Looks like there's some kind of highway here. Let me see if it says what it is. It doesn't. So maybe it's not really a highway. And then we have Forest Street, Haley Road. And this, again, kind of looks like businesses. Industry Avenue. Enterprise Street is inside this pie section. Forest Street, Parade Street, Jody Shelley Drive, Myrtle Street, Parade Street. And this looks more like a, sorry, this looks kind of like a, I don't know. Doesn't look like there's a lot going on here, just these looks like businesses. And it looks like there's a body of water going through here, some kind of creek or stream. Clements Avenue, Cliff Street, Waverly Street, Parade Street. I think I've already said that. And I don't know if this is apartments or I just don't know. And then King Street, Seminary Street, Clements, High Street, Carlton Street, Thurston Street. Okay, so that's what's within that small pie chart. That's going, looks like it's going northeast. And let's see what those lines are. Okay, this line is the Pluto line, the one that's highlighted. Let me zoom back down so you can see that. Okay, that's the Pluto line. All right. And the other line, let's find out what it is. The Saturn line. So the Pluto and Saturn line are very close together. They're both going northeast. Pluto is exhumation, basically, in a crime chart. And Saturn in a crime chart is like bones, DNA, that sort of thing. And so I think those areas would be a good place to look. Maybe this stream or river or whatever this is here, the ponds that were in there, maybe some of the, I don't know. I don't know if it's mountains. I don't know if it's grassland. I just don't know because I'm not from there. And then we have these two lines that create a really tight pie section, a really small pie section close together where the lines are close together. So let's zoom down and look at those. First, let's find out what they are. This is the DNA line right here. And that is the Venus line. Okay, so we would look between the DNA line and the Venus line in this case. And I have heard that people are often found on the Venus line and the Jupiter line. But like I said, when I asked for help prioritizing, all I got was, where the pie sections are closest together. So let's take a look. All right, we have looks like we have a bunch of woods or grassland, or basically not buildings or houses. We have Flint Road here, of course, not far from where he was last seen. And like I said, I don't know if this is mountains, woods. I just don't know. And then we have this, this looks maybe like a creek, maybe a river, something like that. It looks like there's another one here. Looks like there's a body of water here. It looks like it might be a lake. Let's see, I don't know what it's called. Let me see if I can find out if it has a name. It's Dunn Lake. Okay, so this little section of Dunn Lake right here. And it looks like maybe there's a house or business or something there. And then we have Melbourne Road, and then we have all these woods here. And let's see here. We have another body of water here. I don't know what it's called. Let me find out. Melbourne Lake. Okay, this area of Melbourne Lake. Okay. We have Beveridge Road, Beveridge, Beveridge. We have some more, I guess, wooded area or something here. And then we have another body of water here. Anthony's Creek and Mill Creek. Looks like that's what this is. Okay, I'm going to try to stay between the pie sections. And then it looks like we have some more little bodies of water here, maybe creeks or something. And then I don't know what this is. It looks like some kind of a parking lot or clearing. I don't know. Then there's another little body of water here near this Chabot Road and Wyman Road. Not sure how close, but I'm going to zoom in and see if it'll give me a name. No, it doesn't give me a name. So I don't know what it is. Looks like the number 6. That's what it looks like when you zoom back on it. Okay, some more wooded area, and then we have Cleveland Road, Kelly's Cove, and then we have this little body of water right here. Actually, it looks like part of the ocean is what it looks like when you zoom back out. So then we can look at these lines. Let's see what this line is. Okay, that is the descendant. That line represents the criminal, the kidnapper, the murderer, just the criminal in general. And so that one goes pretty much northeast. I'm sorry. I said this went northeast. It goes northwest. I apologize. And this one goes a little bit southwest of where he was last seen. I used the word north. I don't know why. But this line for the perpetrator goes northeast. So let me correct myself there. And let's see what's along the line of the perpetrator. I know we really don't care so much about that right now as we care about finding Zack, but this line goes over looks like the Tusket River. Let's see here. Some of these islands. Pleasant Lake. Looks like Highway 3 Lighthouse Route. Fisherman's Memorial Highway. It looks like there's a bunch of wooded area. Let's see what's here. Okay, so the perpetrator line is going through a lot of basically nothingness. I mean, there's something here. I don't know what it is on Mood Road. And then there's something here on Stillwater Road. But those look maybe like they're businesses or something. By the way, just by zooming in and touching on a house or business, that's not an accusation, okay, on my part that somebody in this area did this, okay? I'm just showing you where the lines go and that's it. Okay, so let's see. As far as this section goes, it looks like 334 and Highway 3 are part of that line. And then down here, it looks like, let's see here, what roads we have. I don't really see much in the way of roads that I haven't already mentioned, okay? So now we're going to look at the ascendant. That's the ascendant. And that also represents the victim, the missing person, and so on. So let's zoom in and see what's around that line. Let's see what's around that line now. This represents the body in the crime chart. So it looks like we have some wooded areas. Oh, sorry. Oh, I went too far, didn't I? And it looks like we have some little body of water here. Looks like we've got Highway 334 there, and then just some random streets running through it. Let's see if we can get some street names. Hardwood Hills. That looks like maybe a bridge right there. And it looks like really nothing is around. That might be a place to search. It doesn't look like there is a name to this body of water. We have some more, I guess, vacant or barren land. We have a Backland Road the line goes over Backland Road and all this wooded area. More wooded area around this line here. We also have Goose Lake Road, and this is probably Goose Lake. I believe Kirsty's book says to search around this line. I'm not sure the mile radius you go out from the line. I would have to check on that. Goose Lake Road, Black Pond Road. Still, we have a bunch of wooded area. Then we have, I don't know what this is. I really don't. Then we have something called Black Pond over here. I'm just trying to think of, and this is just a bunch of wooded area. I don't know if it's hilly. I don't know if it's mountainous. And this looks like Comeus Hill Road. Comeaus. And still a bunch of wooded area. And I don't know what all this is. Looks like a business of some sort. It might be like some kind of resort or something like that. But that's where the ascendant line, which represents the victim and the body, goes. So that line would probably be really good to search. And let's see what this other line is right here. I'm looking to see if, okay, that is the moon line. Now the moon line, which is this line right here, represents missing people and children ages 5 and under. So this might be another good place to look. Let's see what goes here. Now, he was headed toward Wedgeport, and this goes southeast. So, sorry, might be a place to look. Highway 334. We have this body of water, Borks, Bourques, Borks Cove. That line goes through Borks Cove. It goes through, let's see if I can get some names of some roads. Looks like a bunch of wooded area, Pine Drive. Bunch of wooded area. And then Chemin des Ben, that's Chemin, Chemin des, Des, and Ben, Ben. That's the name of a road. And the line goes across that road, and it goes to this body of water. And this bridge here, Indian Sluice. And I don't know what this body of water is yet. I don't see a name for it. Let me zoom down and see. Looks like, what is that? Okay, it's not really telling me. It just looks like a kind of an unlabeled body of water near Surratt's Island, Morris Island Road, Mike's Island, and then the 8-mile radius ends right here. So, yeah, those would be good search areas. I haven't done an 80-mile radius yet. You can do, I'm sorry, I'm saying 8. It should be 6. That's a 6-mile radius. You can also do 60 miles radius, 0.6 miles radius, that sort of thing, even 600 miles radius. But I don't think he got that far. So, anyway, prayers for the family. I pray that he's found soon. I pray that he's safe. And I thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.